everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are not new here, welcome back. Today I will be taking out my braids. It's not been a full week, but they're already coming out. I didn't put enough product in my hair and my scalp is a little dry, so it's just all a hot mess. I am going to be explaining what I should have done differently with my hair while I'm taking it out, and then kind of just talking about my natural process and what I want to do going further, because I definitely want to improve you know, doing my hair instead of just having a hot mess of a dehydrated afro all the time. So let's get started. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take the fake hair and cut it off at the top, and hopefully and just pull it right off. Okay, I have 2 braids done. Let's move on. So the first issue I have with how I did my hair was the rubber bands that I used. The ones that I got from Shein. With those rubber bands, they were more like plastic bands. And even when I sectioned my hair the day previously, I put my bonnet on and I could already feel it popping in my bonnet. I was just hoping that the next day it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine, you know. Maybe it's only a few, you know, rubber bands break. I'm not tripping. I should have been tripping. So literally the day after, I took my bonnet off and braids were already just coming out. And I knew it was the Shein rubber bands, because the clear rubber bands I got from, I believe it's called Goodies. You know, they've been around for years, but none of those came out. All of those were fine. They didn't like loosen up or anything. Like, as you tell right here, it's gripping. It's gripping tight. The thing I would do, instead of getting like those plastic fake rubber bands, I would get like actual rubber bands, because I've used those in my hair before and they hold up very well. I've even seen a trick where when this guy was doing rubber band methods for other styles, he would put the rubber bands in like this tiny bowl of oil, because I guess oiling the rubber bands before putting them in the hair helps them from popping. Another thing, the entire video I kept saying I'm gonna have to add more oil. I'm gonna need to do more oil. Let me tell you, it was never enough oil. So what I've learned from this is that whenever I think it's enough oil, it's not enough oil. And if I ever think, maybe this might be too much oil, it's a perfect amount of oil. Not oil. I don't know what it's called. It's not grease. So what I was using was grease. And it said like braiding wax. And I know the one, like the wax that I have says it's for like twists, locks and stuff like that. But I think it's for like actual twisting and locking, not for what the heck I was trying to do. But you know what? That is the point of this. You know, trial and error for everything. Someone had commented in the last video of me doing my braids that like she was also doing her hair and like she didn't feel alone. I told her, you know, we all have to start somewhere, that I'm almost 27 and I'm just learning how to do protective styles. This was the first successful protective style I have ever done myself. As a Black woman, I feel embarrassed a little bit because I don't know how to do my own hair. But at the same time, not all of us grew up in an environment where we learn to do hair like this. For example, for me, my mother, she is half white and half black. She was only raised by my grandmother, who is a white woman. And it's nothing against my grandmother. I love my grandmother. But when you're growing up in the 70s to 80s in a small rural town, a small country bumpkin town with only white people, maybe like 1 or 2 3 at most other black people that aren't your sibling, you know, you're not really gonna learn about that portion of your culture, let alone not learn about how to do all the stuff with your hair. But my mom taught me the best she could, you know, taught me the basics of how to maintain curly hair. But when you see your other black friends doing their hair, doing protective styles like by themselves, or hell, let alone knowing the people to go to do hair, braiding and all that, it's kind of embarrassing to say that you don't know. And that's what I used to think. But in the process of learning to love myself in any form, I would go on Pinterest. I would look up different styles of hair, and not even just protective styles, but like wigs, any ways to style my natural hair, you know, different colors, different texture. I really wanted to play with my hair, and I still do. This one was somewhat of a fail. I'm okay with that because I'm learning. I will say this is like the easiest style to take out. Whenever I do braids, I have to cut half of the braid and pray to baby Jesus that I'm not cutting my actual hair. I don't know if you can see this, but those black dots, that's from the rubber bands in my hair. Not only were they breaking and popping off, they were disintegrating in my hair. Oh, I'm free. Oh, this feels wonderful. I'm gonna go wash this monster of a hair, and I'll be right back. Hair is washed. I'm just letting it air dry a little bit. In college that I learned it is bad to towel wrap your hair because the type of texture of a towel actually makes your hair more frizzy. So if you want to actually dry it, you can use like an old t-shirt or something of that material, but I don't have one right now, so we're just gonna let it air dry for a bit. I'm gonna be using Carol's Daughter Cocoa Cream. This helps with moisture. This is the consistency of it. It's gross, but it's amazing at the same time. I just go in with 2 fingers. I'm definitely gonna go in with more. Just because, yeah, I can already feel the back of my head being super dry. I'll go in there again. I have a very dry scalp, and like my hairline is where it gets the most dry. The back of my head and my hairline. So I'm just gonna rub it in there. Take the comb and brush it through as well. Gonna go in with the argan oil of Morocco. I remembered this time. Around the edges, around the edges. Just to floof it out a bit. Okay guys, that is the end of my video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you would like to leave comment, question, emotional outburst, please do so. Because you know I love talking to you all. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye.